All right, man. You're live here with I'm always forgetting.
Life Lessons Unplugged.
Yeah, yeah.
What we doing?
Now you're gonna switch up on me. You're gonna switch up on me. Bridging generations through conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Life lessons. Well, let me make sure we good on in the group because we did have some people that said they wanted to make sure that we put it in the group. And in the event group, I do see that it's live here. Put it in the group. In the yeah, there you go, right there. All right, y'all. It's definitely in there now. So it's in the Life Lessons Unplugged. We're definitely going to be sharing it. We want you to like it. We want you to share it. We want you to comment. Tell people about it. It's Life Lessons Unplugged.
Bridging generations through conversation.
And for those that don't know about it or just coming into it late, figure out what are we really doing. Tell them a little bit of how you came up with the concept.
Just wanted to be able to have a valuable conversation between a father and daughter, because we don't often get to talk to our elders and get their advice. And it's a good way for me to translate it down to my son and continue it through generations, the wisdom that he has to offer.
Okay. Yeah, and I thought it was definitely a great idea. So we want you to look on our YouTube page as well. So we want you to like it, we want you to share it, we want you to follow. If you got any questions, you got any comments, we definitely would love for you to comment now. And even if it's after the fact, and you just want to say something, if you just say, well, hey, I just want to make a comment, I just want to ask y'all a question, or we'll make sure that we come back and address it as well. Life Lessons Unplugged. We're gonna dive right in it. Got my boy Johnny Judah with us today, as always, man, representing on the ones and twos on the mixing. And we're going to do this live, too. So we keep saying we're going to do it live. So we are taking people now. I thought about that today. So if you want to be on the show, inbox me. You want to come with your daughter. I had a guy today. He said he wanted to, he's a truck driver.
Oh, okay.
And his daughter don't understand how he's getting the money.
Okay.
And his daughter's like, but I want you to spend more time with me. Yeah. And she's like, well, how do I balance this time spending with my daughter and on the road? But I still want her to know that I'm taking care of her, and all of this. But, the balance in between the two.
How did you balance it? You were a big hustler as I was growing up.
Mine was more so of not wanting to neglect the home front. I have certain things that I still didn't do the best as I feel, but I always wanted to take you to school. I always wanted to be around to do that. Definitely want to do the spirituality to make sure you was rooted and grounded in spirituality. So I think the balance of it came to me is knowing the importance of it and how important it really is.
Yeah.
Because when it's all said and done, you can chase money, you can chase to get all this stuff. But if you really leaving a true legacy, then you want that legacy to have a good fighting chance.
Right. Yeah. And I noticed the balance. You carried a good balance. I think you maintained it by going to get that money, letting me know that was a priority from jump. If I call you and you making some money, you either not gonna answer, or you'll let me know. But you also were always there. And somehow any doctor's appointment, every first day of school, you still always there. So I think you did a great job.
Yeah, because that was one of my things. I did not want to know. I said, man, I need to be, because these doctors funny.
Every doctor's appointment.
I know, for years.
Yeah, even when I got old, I was 20 something. And my back was hurting, and you came to the doctor's appointment.
Yeah, because it's nothing like getting secondhand information not right, and all that. And then I want to know, and I'm one of the people that know, what if they actually say, you know what I'm saying?
What is this medicine going to do? What does this diagnosis mean?
Side effect. And then, and I never did want to see you in pain or something, if I couldn't do nothing about it,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like hard, bro. I never forget you had something going on with your back or your stomach. It was one of them.
Right, both.
And it was, I was like, man, I can't do nothing about it. And it was like heart wrenching.
Yeah.
But once again, we're gonna dive into this. We're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna be talking today about really preparation for your mate.
Okay. Yeah.
So more so preparation for the mate. And why do you feel, or why do we and we're gonna both discuss it, why do we don't prepare our daughters and our sons to be married? We more so train them for other and prepare them for sports, for other things like that,
True.
but we don't really teach them how to be a wife, how to be a husband, how to be, this.
Why do you think that is?
um I think one of the things is priority. We don't really prioritize things well,
Okay.
and we don't see that my little girl one day is not just going to be my little girl.
Uh-huh. Right.
We're going to have to give her over to someone else. And even the thought of that sometimes be like, yeah, man, come on, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't want to see my daughter with somebody, and then if they mishandle them, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
all this the stuff that comes along with it. And I think it's just a lack of preparation that on our side. And we didn't, well, I can't say we didn't have it. I didn't. And even though my mother and father was together, I didn't have that.
Right. Oh, so you didn't have anybody teaching you how to maintain a relationship with a woman?
Not really how to maintain it, not to maintain it, and definitely not to grow it.
Oh,
I
right.
was more so taught that a relationship and marriage is almost an end goal.
Mm.
And marriage and relationship is not a end goal. It's just it's a destination, but it's not the destination.
All right.
And I'm just say if you was leaving here and you was going from, say if we was in Fort Worth and you're going from Fort Worth to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just because you stop in Arlington,
Yeah. Right.
that your destination is still Dallas. We just stopped in Arlington, get a little gas, do a little something, fill, whatever we're gonna do.
Right.
That's not the destination. So it's a good in between, but it's not the final because you
Right.
still want to grow with your mate. So that's why a lot of mates don't have date nights.
Right.
They're not growing physically, emotionally, financially. You don't have any plans, and if you don't have any plans to grow, then you look at it like that's it.
This the end.
Yeah, this the end.
Right. And
Yeah.
nobody wants to get to the end, so they avoid it.
Right. Yeah, so they'll
Avoid
avoid getting,
teaching it. Yeah.
avoid teaching it and everything, and even getting directly to there.
Right. So do
Um,
you think it's valuable learning how to maintain a relationship with a partner is as valuable as learning how to maintain life?
I think it's real valuable. Even being able to cope with somebody else,
Mm.
and a lot of times you're less patient with something that you have already overcame or something that you are strong in.
Yeah.
So say if you're strong in finance, and the other person ain't, you just be like, just save your money. Stop being stupid and spending your money like this. You know what I'm saying? But they like, I like having my bill, I like buying clothes. It's an issue. I got a problem.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But you're like, nah, you shouldn't have that problem.
Yeah, because I didn't.
I didn't have that problem.
Right.
But you may have another problem. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that way is you're able to deal with one another and coincide with one another.
Do you think you taught me well, or did you make it a purpose of yours to teach me how to live with a person?
I think I made chores a little more how to function in society
Yeah.
and with others versus a relationship.
All right.
Inside of a relationship. Like I never, like one of the things that I would tell you now versus that I didn't tell you then is catering to somebody.
Mm. You showed that.
I showed that was something that a man would want,
You definitely.
but to actually go into the detail and say,
right.
you need to learn how to cater. You need to be observant of a dude. You need to see, if he's wearing Nikes all the time, don't go buy him no Adidas.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of women be like, well, I'm just trying to step his game up. Okay, cool. Buy him some Adidas and some this then.
Right.
Or something else. You see what I'm saying? But understand him and the dynamics of him.
That's a good one.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta be into that person.
Yes.
And so that's why I say in some things I did show you because I was like, well, you tell me, how do you feel like I showed you that?
I know for a fact I don't know when you established the requirement that you were to be served on a glass plate. Like you didn't ever, I never seen you go prepare your own plate. That's just one small thing. And so I just noticed, I think you showed me just in different ways that that was something you required from your partner.
Yeah.
And so I tried to demonstrate.
Yeah. And even like, uh, yeah, like the plates. Like even my mama, she tripped out now, you know, because I
Yeah,
don't like eating on.
still eat on a glass
Yeah,
plate,
I want.
and she makes your food. Everybody else go in that kitchen and make their own plate, but she serves you.
Yeah, and that's just something that I would like, you know, for the person that I'm with to serve me and be observant. You know, serve me. Now,
Yeah,
if it's something that you want me to do, like if we go to a function, will I fix your mama plate or something? Yeah, of course I would.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I would get
yeah.
up and do the same thing. But as far as that servitude, I like that. You
Do you
know,
think all men do, or is it a certain type of man that does?
I can't say all men like it. I can say some men like it,
Okay,
and I think a lot of men like to be catered to.
yeah,
So I think because it's something about it. Matter of fact, I think it's. I would have to venture out to say a lot of it is human nature. You know, we like
right,
to be served. You know,
yeah,
we like to be served. We go get our feet done, go get our hands done, go get our hair done. You know what I'm
true,
saying? We like to be, we like to be served, and then reciprocity,
right,
it's even greater. So, um, but knowing what your mate really like and what they want,
right, right.
and then are you willing to give that? And like I said, if y'all have any questions, y'all have any comments as well, just let us know. We'll answer the questions. We'll answer the comment if you're live. If you come in and you want to say anything, just let us know. We Life Lessons Unplugged. We're talking about actually preparing. Uh, why do we feel like we prepare? And some people feel like we don't prepare our sons, but we prepare our daughters,
Right.
and then vice versa as well. Some people be like, "Oh, y'all prepare y'all daughters, but don't prepare your son."
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Exactly.
so with me, I feel like vice versa though. Like I never forget I took you and your friends and stuff on a horse and carriage ride.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I was just showing them this is how I do.
Okay.
You see
Well,
what I'm saying? Can
did you
treat you.
ever take my brother on a date with a woman and show him how to
I didn't take him
court a
on a
woman?
date, but I did. I had man, I had so many talks with him about what a woman that I feel will be looking for and what you
Okay.
need to have. You know, if you want a woman to follow you, you know, because his thing at that time, which I don't really know if he's still at that level, his thing was he wanted a woman that would be Let us jump back in there, huh? All right. Had a little technical difficulties there, y'all, but we back in. So if you do have any questions or any comments, definitely let us know. And we were talking about right before we had the technical difficulties. There's a difference between.
Yes, and do you think it's equally valuable to learn how to live with a mate, or versus just learning life lessons with that one?
Well, I think it's equally as important either way because you want to be able to live with a mate, and most of us are going to be with somebody.
Is that
So
important?
it's real important.
Okay.
It's real important because if you're living with somebody, I feel that it's important because if you're living with somebody, you want to be at peace
True.
with that person, and
Right.
you want to grow.
Right.
And that's why I said the destination is not necessarily just to be married; it's to be prosperous, to be happy, and whatever y'all call a union. So if the destination is just to be married, then a lot of people stop. So men stop,
Yep.
women stop, we stop dating, we stop hanging out because my destination was only to get you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so if a dude destination is just to have sex with you, once he have sex with you, he gonna change the game up.
right.
And if it's sometimes,
Yeah.
unless he want to keep having sex with you,
Right.
and then he may not change the
He'll
game up,
maintain the game.
maintain the game if that's what he's doing, or if he's want to um uh wow you and say, I'm going to take you to all these fancy restaurants, but this is really not where he's at in life. Now that's a difference because you're dating. So, some people be like, don't take me to Applebee's. Don't take me to here. Don't take me, you know what I'm saying? So in that, can you last that long? You know what I'm saying? Can you really afford
to date me, to court me?
Yeah, to court me like that, because that's an extra, like I always say, to actually date and effectively date and even to get in a relationship, you're talking about another $15,000, $20,000 easy a year. You got to buy roses, you got to buy shoes, you got to find out what they like, you got to sporadically do stuff, you got to, if they have kids, you got to buy their kids something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. Now women don't look at it that way sometimes.
Sometimes I do the math.
You do the math?
Yeah, I do the math.
Okay.
It's just in my brain. Is this person I'm talking to, can they afford me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it takes some. So if I'm advising somebody, and I'm like, look, if you just get some time, look at all seasons. Look at.
Do you think now with finances, not to keep it on there too heavy, but do you think finances are important? What if she has a low season and you don't? Do you think you should be able to hold it down, or is that time to go?
No, it depends on what you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it depends on if you think a dude got enough potential to say, I'm gonna deal with this dude, and I trust me and I trust him enough to build him up. And I'm different. I know a lot of people will be like, man, don't tell your daughter that.
About to say
don't tell your daughter that because it's actually opposite. Now I don't suggest opposite.
Right.
I don't suggest doing that. But if you came to and you say, hey, this dude here, I'm really vibing, and for some reason my energy say invest my time, my money, my effort into him, and I'm gonna reap something later from this dude's life, and I feel he's worth that investment.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, you better really, really make sure that that's what that is, because normally the roles can switch because men have to do that. You gotta.
That's what a man should be doing, is looking at a woman's finances and making sure that he can afford to upgrade her.
No, not even just upgrade her. Just when I look at a woman, I look at physically, emotionally, all of this to see if we're in the same league. Is this even possible for us to even vibe?
That makes sense.
Not only just upgrade, because
you match my flight.
Yeah, can you match my flight? Are you teachable? Because you may think you got it all together, but it's always something that you can learn. It's always areas of opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Right. So in any of that area, so you have to look at somebody and say, hey, what's your area of opportunity?
And you would say that same thing too to your son?
To my son, yeah.
For a woman.
For a woman. Okay. Like what is her area of opportunity? And can you increase? And you have to know who you are and your personality to be able to say, can I increase somebody that I'm with? See, it's nobody's life that I don't come around that I won't increase.
Mm.
Financially, emotionally, spiritually, something you're gonna elevate. It's not a woman that I ever been around. If I start driving the Benz, after a while they gonna, hey man, I think I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to roll. If I got 2 cars, they gonna want 2 cars. It's gonna automatically start rubbing off on you, you know, because you're entering into their course.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? More than one way, you know. So if y'all do have any questions, any comments, is it working? Oh, okay. If y'all do have any questions, any comments, definitely let us know. Do you feel that it should be different? Oh, you could take the life lessons off there too.
I feel like different.
Yeah.
I think there are certain things that may need to be, as far as leadership goes. I don't think you would necessarily teach the same to a child, to a daughter versus a son, as far as maybe leadership or even that catering. I was going to ask you about that. Do you think it should be catering on both sides?
On both sides. I think you should cater to one to another. Like, it's nothing wrong with healthy competition.
Okay, as long as it's healthy.
Yeah, healthy competition.
I've seen it go other ways. I think that's why, because I see how it could get skewed.
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
But it's nothing wrong with good, healthy competition. Oh, you did this. Oh, okay, I see you. Okay, I got you, girl. Okay, I see you stepping your game up. Okay. Oh, you bring me flour. Oh, okay. You know, bam, I'm roses. Then you get the whole rose. Then, oh, okay, I see you buying me a car. Okay, that's cute little Nissan. But what about this? This lack. Oh, okay. You bought me a little lack, and then the other person buy you a little Bentley, and y'all it's healthy. It's not really a competition. You're doing it because you love them and you want them to be happy, and you love to see the smile on their face.
How many happy married couples do you know?
How many happily married couples do I know?
And you know a lot of people.
A lot of happily married couples. I'm not happy married couples. Like, most of the couples that I know are happily married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is it room for improvement from my outside looking in? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's anybody.
Right.
But they're in the basis though, they're happy.
Okay.
In the foundational things, they're happy. Now, I know some that's
out of there.
Yeah, they out of there. They rough.
I would say for my age, my generation, the census that I've been hearing is that we don't see it much. So that's why I was wondering. We also should learn from our parents, but for those who didn't have those examples, they're looking for it in society, and we don't see it. So I think that's
and I feel we could display it more. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, we, as dudes, we was taught being hard. So, public affection, we may not show that, because that's not the era that we was taught from. We hold hands, we may kiss a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But other than that,
as far as this relationship or
and then nowadays the dudes that's like that, they're not putting their stuff on Facebook like that.
No, they're not.
Instagram, where you gonna see it at if you don't know them?
True, especially for this generation.
Generation,
exactly.
Now, I like it's a couple of couples on Facebook now that's displaying, and I like it. I would say when this next one.
Did you settle down with?
I'm going on Facebook.
What?
I'm going on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make up my own little web page. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the new wave? Do you think that's a healthy thing to do?
I think it'll be healthy for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now you got to find that as another list of kind of qualities the next woman for you should have.
No, because most women don't care anyway. Most women open to do that. Most women don't care. They don't care about publicly saying what they in.
That is true.
They want to demonstrate who they in. They want to brag to their girls.
Yeah.
They want to be able to say, my man is doing this, my man is doing this, without no reservation or nothing like that, or putting them on. They got that little app now where you can find out who your man is dating.
You know about that?
Yeah, I ain't supposed to know, but I got homegirls. Yeah, I got homegirls. You run them through the little app.
I'm not saying that. They're not about to kick me out the group. I won't say anything about it. I don't even know.
See that old women's live movement? That's what I'm talking about. That old women's live movement right there. That old stick behind. Yeah, I know about it. But I got homegirls that be like, this dude tried to show me this and show me this. He done missed 3 or 4 different.
Now that's something we got to talk about too.
Okay.
We'll get there. But infidelity, is it something I should care about or not?
Yes, definitely. It should definitely be a factor in your mind if that's what you want it to be. Nothing has value but what you give it.
Okay.
And so if you give it that value, I would say yes. If you want your own man and you say, hey, I want my own man, I don't want my man to be cheating. This is my definition of cheating. I'm going to express this to him.
Okay.
This is my definition of cheating.
The definition matters for sure.
Right. I don't want you. This is clear. Now, are we clear on this? So you tell me back what I said. You know what I'm saying? So play it back. So now we're clear. So you understand? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's that. Because nowadays we don't know.
Right. That's true.
It's kind of a gray area if somebody is cheating. So even with me explaining it to you, I say communication. Because society norm is gonna say, no, don't tell your daughter to put up with that.
Right.
If your daughter don't want no dude cheating on her, explain to her what cheating is. But as you develop and you see who you are internally, you determine. Now I can say this is what it comes along with. Okay. Now I don't believe that every woman that allow her man to cheat have low self-esteem.
Right, because then it's not cheating. You calling it that.
You call it cheating, but it's not. So it's diversity.
Yeah.
I don't feel that it's one way.
Yeah.
I do feel it's more healthier if you're with one woman.
You do.
I feel that it's healthier.
To be with just one woman? Is that natural? That's like the natural way of order that it should be?
I can't say it's the natural. I say it's what fits you. What fits that person.
It's still
individualized. Now, why I say it's more healthier and natural for me, because what I would want to do personally, if I had one woman, then we could fool around, we'll mess around, and play.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There's always that aspect too.
We'll mess around. And I know people, man, don't be saying that in front of you,
Real life.
But it's real life. We'll just play. If I wanted to play, we want to go have an experience, then we'll have an experience.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Versus me not being honest with this woman, because for me,
behind her back.
I'm doing behind her back. That's not healthy for me.
The fun out of it for you?
Not the fun, because it's exciting to lie.
Right. Yeah.
It's exciting to sneak and do all that, but at the same time, when you get older, it's not healthy. It's not. I don't feel like it's. I want to make sure I'm using the right word. It's not.
Fulfilling, maybe.
No, because it has a certain level of fulfillment. Anytime you lie and you cheat and you get away with it, it's just not. It's not as important anymore. Okay. It's not as important anymore. My honesty and my integrity is more important to me. And then and because of rhythms and all of this, I'm thinking, man. Why do I feel like I have to lie to you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What makes it? You know what I'm saying? What's the dynamics of it? Why do I have to lie? Why can't we just be honest?
Exactly. That makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? So I would rather not have a relationship like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I feel that it makes it a little more healthy. So we're talking about giving the advice, to a person while you're dating. So if you were dating, I would make a dude be honest.
Yeah.
As much as possible. You know what I'm saying?
As much as he can, right? Because he gonna lie.
You think so?
We was born to lie.
I don't know if every dude gonna lie.
Every man and woman will
lie. We will lie, but I don't know if he will lie. You can come across an honest person.
Yeah, they're gonna be honest. It's up to their own limits, I think.
So you think every man will lie?
Yeah, yes. If they don't feel comfortable enough to be honest, and they don't, so maybe they'll lie starting off for sure, and then as soon as they realize they can,
Yeah, because I don't know women that I ain't lied to at all. Honestly,
okay.
but they don't ask. But they don't ask though. They stop asking.
Oh
They stop
yeah,
asking. They like, if I ask him, I know he gonna tell me. So I don't even want to. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I don't even want to know like that. And if I really want to know, then I ask him.
yeah. That makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you because I don't want you to feel like you got that power over me like
yeah,
that. I don't like that, and that just could be something internally that I need to look at. I don't like women, men, nobody to feel like you got that power over me
yeah. They
like
think
that.
I'm scared of you, to lie to you, or
Yeah,
scared of
like
yeah.
why?
It would, yeah. I feel the same way.
And I don't. I think that in a relationship, in a marriage, that the vows that you committing to one another is more important than to everybody else that's on the outside.
True. Yeah.
So y'all make the rules, and if the rules change, communicate that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair thing to do.
You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna go real quick. No, we don't. No, we might not even have time to go to the no commercial break. But I definitely think we'll just keep it flowing.
Okay.
I definitely think that in a relationship, honesty is the key.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think yeah, honesty, but yeah, and communication, but those almost go hand in hand. You have to be honest in communication. So yes, I think both. And that goes for men and women. So I think overall, would you say we would prepare our young boys and young girls?
I think we need to prepare everyone for financially, emotionally, to be with a woman in every area that you can get prepared in. You need to
Okay.
get prepared in. So even with a man, if you're dealing with a man, even though we may not have cycles, we got a cycle.
Oh right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got highs, we got lows. You got to know, okay, I'm in my mood. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Can you deal with that? Can you deal with a type of dude that shut down? And be like, I don't want to talk. Because some dudes, they just like, I'm not mad at you and nothing like that. Just give me my space.
Right.
I don't have to fight. I don't fall out in the world all day. Give me my space. You have to, as a woman, know how to deal with that and say, okay, but let me give you space, baby. What do you want? You want something to eat? You want something this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What does that space look like? And then see, are you capable of dealing with that? Because everybody decompress in different ways.
True. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And a man got to be able to do the same thing.
Right. Exactly.
And that was one of the things I used to always say, don't let nobody have no control over you like that.
Yeah, you used to tell me I would get mad.
Yeah, you get mad, you fly off the handle. I'm like, nah, man, don't, for what? Don't let them have no control over you, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. You say, okay, what would you like for me to do?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, they used to work too. Okay, so what do you want? What do you want me to do right now? What do you want me to do? You're upset with me. What do I need to do?
Right.
Oh, okay, I got it. Whatever you need, I got it.
Yeah, I got it. You want me to? Yeah, and
it's humbling, and it makes you feel vulnerable because it feels like you're relinquishing some power, but you don't realize how powerful it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you value that person enough,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to really value them and be like, man, and your peace. Like for me, I and I done got into this whole little peace thing. I'll be like, I don't want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
that disturbs my peace.
That disturbs my peace. I'm not trying to disturb my peace. I'm not trying to get into no tongue battle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with you. What will make you okay? Well, you was wrong. You told me you was calling me at 8:30 and you didn't call me at 8:30. Okay. You're absolutely right. I should have called at 8:30. Can I explain to you why I didn't call it? No, because it's another excuse. Okay, well, I won't give you my reasoning. Uh-huh. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it may seem like you backing out or backing down, but at the same time, you looking for peace.
Yeah, exactly.
So the wisdom and stuff that you have to have is very, very important.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You want to jump in on that, Johnny? You want to say something on that while we?
Which part?
She was saying, well, let's go back to saying the marriages real quick.
Right.
The marriages and seeing and how to operate in a marriage. What would be, because you have married. So what would be, no, I'm just,
I just watching this one.
No, I just
but yeah, what would be?
What are some of your strategies or your techniques from a married perspective?
From a married perspective, first of all, I'm offended because when she asked you, do you know of any happy marriages? You right across the room from one.
What I said everyone.
You said you don't know none, but
no, I didn't say I didn't.
At first you said you didn't know none. Then you said you do know some.
No, I did not.
But regardless,
no, Jody, we got your camera.
Okay. Well, maybe I just took the wrong.
Yeah, you took the wrong. No, I say all of them.
Well,
I say everyone, didn't I?
I feel like
put the camera on you so they can hear you live.
I feel like you could have been specific because I'm right across the room from you.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in a pretty good marriage. I'm in a good place as far as my marriage. Have been for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah. So am I not portraying a happy marriage? I hope that
No. When I actually said you misunderstood it.
He did say all of them.
I said all the people that I know that's in a marriage is in a good marriage.
I just think that's something that you have to look for, and a lot of times it's not in your algorithm because a lot of times we're not really looking for that. We're looking for mess. Yeah. So you're not really looking for stuff like that. But me being married, I know of a lot of married. My brother, he's in a happy marriage as far as I can see. I know a lot of business owners are in happy marriages. Now we older, so like I said, we're probably gonna come up in your algorithm like 50-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? People who've been married 29, 35 years, they're probably not gonna come up in your algorithm.
I've seen just one and they cringy.
Right. But I know of a few, myself, but I had to seek that out. I had to seek that out myself in order to be able to maintain my marriage. I had to get around people that were like-minded. So that was something that I had to do.
Yeah.
And may I ask you a question about the topic? So do you make a habit, you and your wife, out of teaching your children how to maintain relationships in the future with other partners?
I probably did a horrible job with my daughter because, first of all, I don't know how to teach my daughter how to be a wife. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know how to teach her how to be a wife. And then, like he said, I never really thought about giving my daughter away to somebody. I couldn't fathom that. As a DJ, I used to do, I still do weddings and receptions. And when I see the guy giving away his daughter, man, I get tears in my eyes.
Okay.
It's just like, man, because I think about the day that I would have to do. And that day came. It came quicker than I thought it was going to come. So, because my daughter, she is married. So, as far as teaching her what it was like to be a wife and giving her I might give her some advice here or there or whatever, but I probably gave her more advice on independence than I did.
Exactly.
Being a wife. I'm just thankful that she got it from, I guess, maybe my wife.
Right. There was a balance there.
There was some other entities that she got it from because she only got masculine stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of time we will teach them that. It's more of a masculine kind of, you know what I'm saying?
When you have that balance to be able to bounce off of, I think it's healthy. When you have that wife, that mother.
It means a lot. Like now, a lot of things I think with me and your mother is you picked up on, but we just didn't sit you down and just discuss it. Yeah. And I feel that it's more intentional. It can be more intentional. Okay. Like nowadays, we need to be intentional on everything that we're doing. That's why I be telling you, even with morals, it got to be intentional.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like since we're talking about relationships, I think as older people now, schools, all that, we can be intentional to say, hey, I don't mind showing you this,
Right.
I don't mind being vulnerable. Like, be like, man, don't put your business all out on. Man, I don't care nothing about this. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with my woman. It's my woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's my wife. And if it changed tomorrow, it changed tomorrow. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully we'll be 25, 50 years together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And being able to express yourself like that.
That's good. Being intentional. I think that'll be a good way to continue to grow it in the generations that aren't seeing is being intentional with directing our children that way.
Yeah, because it's a lot of, and we won't get into it in the next segment, but it's a lot of things go into the single parent homes as well.
Yeah.
And what they're seeing and what y'all are seeing or have seen.
Right.
That, now the man is not in the family anymore.
Right. There's an imbalance. So
it's an imbalance. So you're not seeing this.
Yeah.
And then if you do see it, you're like, well, don't come around my son. Don't come around my son or my daughter with this. We can't really show public affection around your son or your daughter because he's like,
Right.
nah, that ain't appropriate.
Uh-huh.
You almost got to be married, and then once you married, then you can start showing a little bit. But if somebody just hugs you and kisses you, like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that in front of him like that. You know what I'm saying? No, don't do that. And I really didn't date a whole bunch of women that had kids.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That was like that. But even to this day, when I do and have, it's a balance. I'll be like, what's the transition?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because um, it's just a difference when you're catering to somebody.
Right.
But if you ever start catering somebody and somebody start catering to you, you'll love it.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it to me. And I maybe because that's part of my love language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Acts of service, but it's nothing like it just to have somebody to say, "Oh, I was just thinking about you."
Right. Yeah.
Here's
The
this.
same way you was just thinking about them.
Yeah, same way you was thinking about, and they able to show you and able to do it. So that would be my advice. So as we closing it out, what would be your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts would be being in, I think that was really important, being intentional, but also controlling my algorithm for searching for that dynamic that I want to see. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Because I definitely agree. The people that I'm around, let me say this one. I think they got an excellent, some good marriages. And I love to see the dynamics of even how they work together. You know what I'm saying?
The partnership.
Yeah, the partnership there. And I definitely, we're talking about Norris J, Johnny brother, and I love to see him and his wife, doing like fast. That's his brother, Yeah, Norris J.
I'm sitting here with celebrity.
If I was light skinned,
no, now I see it clear as day. That's crazy. Okay.
So him and his wife, what I'm saying, doing the fashion shows. And it's ironic that his wife do,
Oh, okay.
do the same thing.
Yeah, we gotta get him. Okay, next time.
So once we start being able to have the guests on the show, then we can kind of see, how does that affect your kids?
Right.
Because you have that now. Growing up, I know that would be something because you got to think you lost your mother and you just now 20 what 20?
I turned 28 in June.
You finna be 28? I do that every time, though. 28? God. You 28 and I'm 32. I don't know how that works. But you got somebody lying. But you got to think that caused a lot of different emotions and a lot of different thoughts. So even the woman that I do get gotta still be respectful and mature enough not to say that I'm trying to replace your mother, but still be able to encounter with you and respect our relationship. Because I done dated women be like, oh man, you and Shekinah, y'all cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cool. Y'all talking about stuff and and ain't no issues and nothing like that. But you can see a little vibrational change. Like, I didn't have my daddy to do this. Why are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You going overboard. You know what I'm saying? If it's not that they were said, but you can feel that energy. Like, well, I didn't have my daddy, tell me this or to do this, and so it's a little. You can tell women that done had their daddies and their mothers in their life. I can anyway.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell it's like a different energy, and maybe I have to dive into it, and we'll have to talk about it.
Yeah, because I've heard that. I think I'm still learning about it myself. I'm still learning the benefit. Well, I'm just now realizing that it was a privilege to have you, and I just took advantage of it. I just thought I was supposed to. What do you mean? Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, I have my daddy in my life, but as I compare my lifestyle, beliefs, and wisdom to others that don't, I notice the value in it.
Yeah, and it's definitely different. And we're not even talking about emotionally, financially. It's a whole. Oof. You trying to say something, Johnny?
No.
Oh, yeah. Financially, emotionally, it's just like, oh man, and to even be able to give your daughter over to somebody and say, hey man, don't misuse this privilege, because
I think if you know that you prepared them well, I think you're more okay with it, or you should be more accepting of it if you're confident that they're prepared. I think that goes back to what we were saying. Do you prepare them? And I think if I I just naturally think you should be more comfortable with them making that step because you know they good. You know you taught them everything they need to know about being with a
Yeah.
partner.
And it's almost like this though. You can prepare somebody to be a mother, but
Can you?
but until you have a child, you're not really prepared.
Oh, I say yeah. You can't compare no. I don't think you can prepare to be.
You can only do the best you can.
Yeah,
That's
no.
the same thing as life, and they're giving it over to somebody.
But being with a partner is different.
How?
It's natural to give birth. It is not natural to live with another person.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. It is natural to be with.
Down, because that's a fact.
No, that's not a fact.
Yes, it is.
It's natural to be every a universal law is that you're gonna automatically have somebody in your life from your mother, your father, somebody. You gotta have some kind of you can come in this world, you can't come in this world by yourself. So that's a relationship. So any type of relationship.
Yeah, but that relationship is chosen. A relationship with a partner is chosen. You can prepare for that versus preparing for motherhood. That's natural. That's natural. That
You ought to be able to prepare for something that you've chosen versus something that you haven't chose. You see what I'm saying?
I'm saying you can't prepare for motherhood.
I agree. You can't prepare.
Right.
I'm saying you can only get prepared as much as possible. So the statement that I was making is that you can only, like my daddy told me, he was like, man, you ain't ready to be no father. I said, you wasn't ever until you had a baby.
Right. Right.
So you technically can't get prepared, but you can get prepared as much as possible.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, as much as possible, you can get prepared. But if you're in a relationship, you can get prepared just as much. And even more because now you willfully going into this. So you ought to know, I got to give of myself. I got to do this. It's not like a baby. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because now you're making a conscious decision.
Yeah.
So you ought to be more prepared, but you're saying no, you shouldn't, and you can't be prepared for a relationship.
No, I'm saying they're not comparable. They're incomparable. Preparing for a baby and preparing for a relationship are incomparable. Meaning they I don't think they can be compared because it's.
Well, you can because you can only prepare, but you don't know how that person is going to react to your preparation. That's how I'm comparing them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You don't know just because I'm sweet to you don't mean that's going to automatically produce sweetness in return to get back. So I'm comparing that you don't know what you're going to get.
Oh, okay. Just like with a child.
A child. You don't know what you're going to get.
Makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? But you still got to prepare and you still got to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all, we're going to dig deep into it even more, man. Life Lessons Unplugged. Bridging generations through conversation. Did anything change, Johnny, from this week to last week for what you got going on?
Nope. Same old. West Jacks Wednesday, Blitz on Thursday, Daiquiri Lounge. Now, 2 days on Daiquiri Lounge. Daiquiri Lounge Friday and Saturday. And Pendulum Cigar Lounge on Sunday.
All right, man. So y'all I want y'all to go to these comments. I want y'all to like. I want y'all to share. Go subscribe to the channel. Man, we're going to have to dive into this because it was getting pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. And we have to have my brother.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great for him to be here.
To say from his perspective.
Yes, for sure.
You remember I made that song with your brother?
Yes.
He said, Daddy, how hold on? Yeah. The temptation's so strong. Even then I was spitting game to him.
See?
I was
spitting game. Be here.
Yeah.
He got to get his words in.
Yeah, he got to get his words in. And I think it'll definitely be good. I think people will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people like the dynamic, but we want to have some other guests on as well because I want to see their dynamics in their relationship. Yeah, different dynamics also. Yeah. All right, so another one in the can. So once again, Life Lessons Unplugged.
Bridging generations through conversations.
Thank y'all. Peace.